Are the Chicago Bears becoming a rival of the Washington Commanders? I'll chime in first. I think so in this respect. You're always going to connect Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels, the top two picks.
They're always linked.
So you're always going to do the side-by-side comparison. Jaden Daniels leaps and bounds ahead of him as a rookie. This season, Caleb Williams has improved. I was telling EB during the break, I just saw that Caleb Williams apparently is being mentored by Tom Brady to an extent, and he's following the TB12 diet, which looks miserable.
I'm sure it's horrible.
But apparently, cakes wouldn't like this. No beer is part of it.
Oh, I hate it already. I'm out.
And then like no bread, no pasta, but like it's a long list of no's. I don't even know what you can eat.
Well, he stays,
Wasn't Brady famous for eating like avocado ice cream?
Well, he stays away from nightshades because they are inflammatory. Like you won't eat tomatoes. Like there's a million things that you can't eat on that diet. Now I'm sure you lose a lot of weight on it because you can't eat anything when you're on the diet.
I'll answer the question first. I will say yes. If you want to chime in, 1-800-636-1067. I do think that this game means more to the fans because of that connection. And then, of course, the Hail Mary game last year was epic.
That adds to the rivalry. And the fact that Ben Johnson was rumored to be a guy that the front office may have been pursuing. It depends on who you're listening to and who you believe. They want to make it sound like Dan Quinn was their guy all along. We know that there was beef like between Ben Johnson and the front office. Like he kind of disrespected them, saying they're basketball guys. Maybe they don't know what they're doing football wise. I think that adds another
and that was
layer
a shot
of subtext.
Harris does have deep basketball ties.
Yeah, and Bob Myers.
They brought in Bob Myers. They had Magic.
Yeah, there's a lot of interplay between these two franchises.
Doesn't mean it's a bad thing.
Yeah,
but it's interesting that he held that against the organization.
They're both in the NFC.
It's not a division.
You have a budding rivalry here.
Yeah, I mean, you're not playing each year, but it's not something that equates to the Eagles or Cowboys. I think the 1 versus 2 with Caleb and Jaden is a thing.
Yep.
It'll be interesting to see how the Bears react to what happened last year.
Right.
You know, is Caleb better this year than last year? Of course. I mean, his completion percentage isn't great, but you know, he's not a turnover machine like a lot of young quarterbacks tend to be. It'll be interesting to see how they handle that loss from last year. And defensively, man, they give up a lot of yards on the ground.
1-800-636-1067. I did put it up as the poll of the day. Brought to you by Surfside Iced Tea and Vodka and Surfside Lemonade and Vodka, the perfect addition to any gathering. Each can is only 100 calories with zero carbonation for easy sipping. Find Surfside at your local bars and in convenient variety 8-packs at your local liquor stores. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly. So I say yes. Sounds like you guys say yes. You can vote at Junks Radio on X. Love to get a lot of votes. See what you're thinking, and you can call us at 1-800-636-1067. EB?
I think there'll always be a rivalry there, yeah, because of the Jaden Caleb 1-2 spots in the draft.
So just to talk about Caleb Williams this season, 8 touchdowns, 2 picks. Now he had 4 in one game. Right, took advantage
against Dallas.
Of the Dallas Cowboys
everybody
defense.
gets there against Dallas.
But one thing which jumps out at me about Caleb this year versus last year, and I have to check exactly the numbers from last year, he's only been sacked 7 times. He was sacked a ton last year. One of his biggest flaws is he holds onto the ball really long. Now, last year, the rap on him was he was always trying to make all these plays outside the system. So that's why he was holding the ball very long. And Ben Johnson apparently has been trying to drill it into his head to take the checkdowns, to take those quick passes. And I think that he's done more of that. But we'll see if Washington can generate pressure on Caleb. They tried to upgrade their offensive line with some acquisitions in Chicago. I think it's been like there have been mixed reviews on the guys that they brought in.
They also spent 2 very high picks on offensive skill players in Colston Loveland. They took him at 10.
Out of Michigan.
They took him 4 spots before.
And he hasn't done anything. They're not throwing the ball to him.
And they took him 4 spots before Tyler Warren, who's having a really big impact with the Indianapolis Colts. And they also picked Luther Burden relatively high.
He had one big game.
He had one big game against the Raiders. They're trying to ease him in. And sometimes after these bye weeks, you see the young guys have bigger roles in the offenses. So I want to see what those guys do coming out of the
I'm
bye.
kind of surprised.
The guy who gets more
Loveland
catches
only has 6 targets.
He's dealt with injuries too.
That's
so
true.
Injuries and just getting
But
assimilated.
they have
into
Komet, and I thought Komet was pretty good, and it's not like Komet's that old.
He's not thrown to tight ends very much.
He's not.
The guy who's getting a little love is OZ. Olamide Zaccheaus has 14 catches in 4 games.
His role is expanding a little bit, and he's a guy that plays in the slot. And if you play in the slot in the Ben Johnson system, you see a lot of balls thrown your way.
But again, DJ Moore not really putting up big numbers as a receiver. He's got 6 carries so far. Minimal, but he's a little bit like Deebo Samuel for them. They're trying to mold him into that Deebo Samuel
It's
role.
hard to figure out where they are because, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't the Vikings have that big comeback in week 1 over the Bears? Right?
Yes.
Was that when J.J. McCarthy went wild in the fourth
Was it
quarter?
week 1 or 2? It was
week 1. Well, against the Vikings,
It was the opener.
That was the opener.
Okay.
Yeah,
27-24.
I think that was right when J.J. kind of went nuts
Yeah,
in
he
the
was
fourth
bad
quarter.
for the first 2.5 quarters, and then he caught fire.
And Caleb was good in the first half and did nothing in the second half.
Yeah, did nothing the second half. And then they lost to a good Lions team. They got 52 points.
Yeah.
All right, so you're like, But then they beat a Cowboys team that's actually somewhat resilient.
Well, the Cowboys team's very good on offense. They're very leaky
They
on
held
the
the
defensive
Cowboys
side.
to only 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure quite how they did that.
Yeah, and then they squeak over the Raiders, which I don't even
25-24.
25-24,
Yeah.
1-point win over the Raiders. I don't know what to make of them.
Well, I would
it's
say
a defining game for them, for sure.
I would say if you want to buy into the rivalry, Chicago, who's arguably in the toughest division, they can't just finish last each year.
No.
I mean, they got to get better. So if you want to buy into the rivalry between the two teams, Chicago has to be better than they have been in the last few years.
Yeah, but I think Cakes brings up good points. You hate the Bears because of Ben Johnson.
Right.
What Ben Johnson said about this organization. I mean, Ben Johnson was such a jerk. They were on the plane already, heading out there.
Heading to Detroit.
And they're on the plane, and they're reading social media that Ben Johnson scoffed at them.
Taking himself out of it, yeah.
I think they made the most of that trip and turned it into like a scouting trip or something.
But I don't have any animosity towards Ben Johnson. I think we got the perfect guy for this team.
It worked out, but I think that fans do resent
that. You think fans have resentment against him?
I think there's definitely some anger.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. They feel jilted?
And let's be real.
Loser.
Like, whereas Dan Quinn and, we had a 2-minute conversation with him at that happy hour. He's like a really personable guy. Ben Johnson just seems like a schmarmy guy, right?
Like in his office, like coming up with new plays, probably doesn't talk to people a lot. But I could be wrong because I've seen him after some of their wins, and he does have a fiery side to him. Not like Dan Quinn.
Didn't people think he was a jerk? I thought it was a little overblown. The halftime thing that he did, I can't remember who the reporter was.
Oh yeah, that was recently. That was like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, he had like he was sniping at whoever the sideline reporter was.
Well, he was also staring at her.
He said something like, he paraphrasing,
cutting her off.
He was like, "You think?"
Yeah.
She's like, "What did you say to the halftime? Because you guys struggled so much in the first half." I'm like, "You think?"
Yeah, he was just pissed off.
Yeah. Those interviews are useless.
They're the worst.
They don't want to do
them. I don't even know why they do them.
I don't want sideline reporters to lose their jobs, but they never give you anything.
Well, why don't they just do some reporting? They don't have to do that particular report.
They don't have to do that to the locker room and coming out of the locker room.
But to answer the question, I think the totality of it, like, it'll never feel like a true rival if you don't play them every year. And they shouldn't play them every year. But right now, it does feel like a rivalry. I think that Commanders fans, they root against Caleb probably. It's just natural. You root for your guy to succeed and you want the other guy to fail.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think Ben Johnson, he's not somebody that people here love.
I don't think you have to play yearly for something to be a rivalry.
Yeah, I don't think it has to be every single year.
No.
You don't have to play them twice a year to develop a rivalry.
No,
Yeah,
but I'm just saying it
one-
doesn't. I'm just saying it doesn't match up to what the Cowboys or the Eagles are.
Oh, sure. I mean, it never.
But
will.
also, they have to get better too.
Right. The Bears have to get better.
Yeah, they got to get better.
Right.
All right, let's go to the phones.
They're if they lose, they're 2-3, and Detroit's 4-1. I mean, Detroit's going to run away.
I thought we've been bad defensively. They've been worse.
They've been really bad.
We've been giving up 350 yards a game. They're giving up 380.
I mean,
They played Detroit.
right.
You play Detroit, you're usually going to give up some points and yards.
We play Dallas too.
This may be another 200, 215 rushing yard output by the Commanders.
Oh, if it is, then they're going to win.
Yeah, you would think.
All right, let's go to Noel, calling from Chicago, actually. Hey, Noel, what's up, man? You're on with the Junkies.
Good morning, guys. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure,
so
thanks,
I just wanted to share with you guys. I grew up in Great Falls, Virginia. I live here in the Chicago area now. I've lived here for over a decade. I'm a diehard Commanders fan, and for whatever reason, I have to tell you, to Chicago Bears fans, this is a huge game, and they cannot stand us. They cannot stand Jaden Daniels because they can't get over the fact that he won Rookie of the Year. They like to brag in my face. Literally, I just got back from the gym, and I have guys coming up to me because I wear my Commanders hat, coming up to me saying, hey, are you ready to fall down like you were supposed to last year up because of that Hail Mary that was just so lucky? And I'm just like, what are you guys talking about? Because I actually like Caleb Williams, but they make no expense to just mock the Commanders, even when we won last week. So this is 110% a rivalry.
Well, no, I think part of it, a lot of it stems from they know that they picked the wrong guy at number one. They know after 1 year at least, watching what Jaden did and watching what Caleb did in year one, that Ryan Poles and that front office picked the wrong guy. They were radar locked in on Caleb Williams, didn't even really consider Jaden or Drake May or anybody else.
Right.
And they may have botched it. So that's probably part of the
But that's who they have
animosity.
now, so they have to go forward.
Yeah.
And
but it's like,
I mean, if Jaden was picked number one by Chicago, he may not have had a good year last year based on the support he had or lack of.
It's just so funny though that like when Caleb has like one good game, they all think that Caleb is going to suddenly be the MVP, and then they'll go out of their way. Some guys that I even know will go out of their way and say, get ready for the Commanders Bears. Like Jaden Daniels is going to be put in his place because he was a fluke. And I'm standing there. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. What are you guys talking about? You guys are insane.
Where are you watching the game Monday?
I'm going to be watching at my house, and I'm going to have like 20 people over. 18 of them are going to be Bears fans, and then the only Commanders fans are going to be me and my two sons. My wife's a Bears fan.
Man, I don't know if I'd be comfortable inviting 90%
Thanks,
opposing
buddy.
fans over to my house
thank you,
to watch
guys.
a game.
Appreciate it, pal.
That's just, I don't know if I have it in me to do that.
Well, that's where he lives. Those are his friends.
Well, I just wouldn't invite them then. I'd watch by myself.
All right,
That's just me. I would tell all of them, you go have fun rooting for your Bears. Okay, you're going to do it somewhere else. You're not.
Yeah, but they're not strangers.
Yeah, let's say you move to Kiowa.
Yeah.
Okay?
But
You move to Kiowa, get your dream home.
Yeah.
All right? And I don't know. They're all Falcons fans.
Mhm. Sure, whatever.
You're not going to invite your friends?
Panthers fans.
Cake's never invites people over to his house
I would
anyway.
not invite them. I would watch inside.
But let's say you made friends, your neighbors.
My fortress of solitude.
It's funny. Cakes calls me a hermit. He's a bigger hermit than me.
There is some truth to this.
All right, let's go to Matt in Virginia. Are the Bears rivals right now, or will they with this whole, Caleb Jaden deal?
And the Ben Johnson factor.
Yeah, and the Ben Johnson angle. Matt, what's up, buddy?
It's also a Montez Sweat revenge game.
Oh, I forgot
the guy
about
has
that.
one whole sack.
Yeah.
They're rivals.
Not
They're rivals after what I'm about to tell you. Maybe you guys knew about this, but
right.
We know that Coach Johnson, when he was being pursued by our team, said that we're being run by a bunch of basketball guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then this year, Caleb Williams was being interviewed by someone, I'm not sure who it was, and asking about Coach Johnson's style, and Caleb says that Coach Johnson wants him to play like a point guard. And those basketball references should be outlawed by anyone in the Bears.
The guy that doesn't want to be coached by you work for the basketball guys. Is that what you're saying?
Right.
Okay, somewhat.
It's
I think that's a little bit of a stretch, but okay.
Somewhat ironic.
Right.
Okay, I got you. But you're saying
Thanks.
definitely rivals.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way you would trade Jaden for Caleb.
No. Preposterous.
Who was it that I was reading? It was one of these guys. Was it a PFF guy or something that was saying they were asking about Jaden's impact or something so far through 3 games. They're like, because he hasn't really hit his stride yet, kind of did in this last game. He said, yeah, he's fine, but I don't think the quote essentially was, I don't think he's the savior everybody thought he was last season. So,
because of how he's played this year.
I don't know. So there might be a little bloom off the rose, or it might be a little whatever cliche you want to use.
Some of the analytics people, now it's just through this season, are really high on Drake May, saying Drake May is the top guy.
The top guy of that class.
Looking at statistics like EPA and
I'm still
based on like
Jaden
supporting cast.
But he hasn't risen statistically to that level that he was last year.
Right.
Yeah, but he missed a couple games.
He missed a couple
dealing with
games. He was
injury.
hurting the other one.
I'm going to give him a pass.
No, I'm not saying total numbers, but like completion percentage, you know.
Well, the best thing that happened to Drake May was Mike Vrabel.
Certainly.
Just having a competent coach.
Well, because last year was just a disaster and he had no support. And if you know, he wasn't going to get developed, now he's got a legit coach with a legit staff.
Gotcha.
And
they bring in Diggs, who's emerging in the last 2 weeks.
They draft a tackle to help him out. So, yeah, I mean, May if he can stay healthy, he's going to be really good.
All right, 800-636-1067. Are they our rival? Let's go to Toothpick. Toothpick, what's up, buddy?
Hey, what's good, ED? Thanks for taking my call.
Yeah, sure,
hey, real quick, Toothpick, the other part we didn't mention is the Tyreek Stevenson thing. At the end of the game, the Hail Mary, the guy's taunting the fans.
He's still there.
Oh, yeah, he's a young player.
He's actually a good player.
Yeah.
Exactly, right. And then, we're only wearing the black uniforms one game this year, and it just happens to be this game right here on Monday night versus the Bears to give them flashbacks of that. So they are absolutely not our rivals. Only thing is just that our franchise are so intertwined. Caleb Williams being from DC, even if they had picked Jaden last year, with the way that we rebuilt our organization, they just wanted to, redo their coaching staff. Who's to say that Jaden wouldn't have struggled there and Caleb wouldn't have shined here? It's just so many things intertwined between the two franchises that they assume that they're our rivals, but they're not. We're both playing catch up to try to win a division. It's just that we got a head start because we stripped the whole thing down before they did. So no, they're not our rivals. Not at all. Not at all.
Thanks,
not our rivals.
All right, thank you.
How bad was Matt Eberflus as coach? Oh. And how bad is he now? Because he's the defense coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, and they just routinely get air raided by every team that faces them, except the Jets.
1-800-636-1067. Starting to look ahead at the Commanders' next opponent. They play them on Monday Night Football. It's the Chicago Bears. Do you see them as a rival? Checking our poll of the day. You can vote at Junks Radio. I'll give you an update when we come back. We're the Junkies. Don't go anywhere.